Good evening, welcome and welcome back, Mythlanders. This is session 45 of Goblin Stone. We've been at it for quite a while, and our heroes have grown and gained many talents and many new abilities. And they are currently fighting their way toward the Masters, somewhere in the heights of the stone. Over the last few sessions, they have overcame a few different challenges, found some interesting chambers that they guessed at the use and meaning of. They fought off 2 large chunks of hobgoblins and managed to secure a long rest for themselves behind a massive stone door. All the while, a bell ritual is taking place somewhere nearby. Last session, our heroes managed to make it into another chamber, this one full of strange metal gadgets, mechanized electricity arcing through the very air itself, glass globes charged with power, and the creaking of metal gears. As their companion, the very powerful wizard, calls himself Merlun, stayed behind to shut down all the machinery belonging to one of the masters, while the party continued to explore, running afoul of several immature black dragons. But their claws are still sharp. They're still capable of a breath weapon. And our heroes have been... we paused in the middle of last session as they were in the midst of dealing with these dragonlings. We're back at it for session 45, but what about you guys? What do you all remember from last session? X, what else stands out? What I leave out?
Green dragons, right?
Oh, green dragons. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Do not meddle in the affair of dragons because you're crunchy and taste good with ketchup. I remember some good fights. We baited a group of hobgoblins into a disaster zone, and they just funneled themselves right in and died quite nicely. So that was kind of a low attrition combat for us, and we were able to make our way into this one. And these dragons been breathing all over everybody, though, so that's not been terribly convenient. But the crew's about to make a mess out of them. That's what I know.
That's right.
Very inconvenient. Very, very inconvenient.
Well, Nick, what about you? What do you recall from last session?
It hurt. He came in and he tried to be cool. He tried to talk to him. He's like, hey, guys, we don't have to fight here. And he rolled really badly on his insight check. So he kind of was just like, it's cool. And then they just blasted him really hard. He made his saves, and he's pretty messed up. That hurt a lot. It wasn't, not just the acid and whatever. Was it poison? Was it acid?
Poison damage.
Poison damage, yeah, which, wasn't just that. It was just the feelings, I thought we were cool.
Yeah.
The betrayal.
Broke your heart in two.
Yeah, Cliff's a little bummed. Disappointed. Mostly disappointed.
Understood. Big Bri, how about you? What do you have to add for last session, or do you have any questions?
Leader Merlun is pushing buttons, and I don't know what they do. He is back in this mechanical room, and he is just pressing buttons. There's a big crystal. We know that they all explode because one exploded on me once. So therefore, all crystals explode, and he's pushing buttons with things connected to it. So just saying, I'm glad we're not in that room.
No, indeed, as he has not been able to support you in combat. His hands are full. He said he had to be very careful to shut down the machine, or it could be disastrous.
Oh, he's shutting it down. That's good. That's good.
Mm-hmm. And that is where we left off last session. In the midst of combat, our heroes dealing with the problem at some cost. Let's bring us back to our map. And move that massive initiative counter off the screen so our Mythlanders can see. And we are in the top of the order with Lokag.
Smash it twice with glamour. Yay! 22 and a 15.
Let's see the... Ooh, double checking here. 22 is definitely going to hit. The 15 is going to miss, however, sliding off of the model breathing scales of the small dragon.
Savage attack. Yeah, 14 damage.
Nice. All right.
Changed. Yeah. And still raging. So
Pretty hurt, but does not fall. Still clinging to the walls above you all.
I will.
I think Lokag was targeting the other one.
Oh, I'm so
Okay.
sorry.
Yep, this one right here. Sorry, I was not very specific.
That's all right. I'm just juggling multiple monitors. Gotcha. Okay.
And bonus action, pulse strike. And 18 to hit.
18 is a hit.
Excellent. An additional 8 damage to dragon on the ground.
Now, the dragon seems very hurt. You managed to slash through some of its still not quite hard scales. It's a very young dragon, slashing deep into its muscle. It's sort of crouching down, every bit the wounded animal that may be seeking escape at any moment.
Nice. That's Lokag's turn.
All right. Next in the order then is Clifford.
All right. I mean, boom, boom, bam, bam. I think I'm gonna switch to my crossbow. So, yeah, crossbow mode. I think that'll be fun. It's not
Alright.
magical.
Not nearly as loud either.
No. 17 hit?
17
I
hits.
don't know if I...
That is their AC.
Alright. Oh,
It's-
nice. It's always nice when you get the right AC there. And I'm gonna move my hunter's mark to him. I think I have that going.
That's what I tell the players the monster's AC. I try not to do it before.
And then on the hunter's mark, 1d6.
Now the one out in the open, right next to
Yeah, Lokag.
Okay, yeah.
Right. So we're looking at 15 there, and then I was going to do another shot.
You can feel free to describe or pass before you take
Oh.
the second shot.
Oh, nice! It just goes right through its eyes. It goes probably 3 inches away from Lokag, as a bolt goes flying past him. It's all very exciting. The creature just goes limp in the air and drops to the ground in front of him. I thought we were friends. I thought we were cool, but I guess not. And then he'll do his next shot, reload, and go for the other green dragon
Okay.
with his same crossbow. Nothing fancy. Yeah, no, that's what you get when you don't do fancy. 12, probably
12
not a
is
hit.
Gonna miss, yeah. Bolt is gonna
All right.
bounce right off its scales.
All right, and then he's got another 20 movement. He's gonna move over to there. I don't want to be in the splash zone. I think he can get there, and he'll look at the eggs like, you know, do you want to die? You don't have to die. You can just stop fighting us. All right, we don't have a quarrel with you. God damn it! And he gets mad at them, and that's his action.
You can make a nature check just as you look at the eggs.
Okay.
Something seems
All right,
off about them.
Oh,
You've never
okay.
seen dragon
Okay.
eggs before, but you've seen healthy eggs. And you've
Alright,
seen
got 12.
unhealthy eggs.
Oh, sad eggs.
All you can gather is that, judging by the fact that they're all collected, none of them have been sort of culled out of the clutch of eggs. It tells you somebody altered these eggs somehow.
Oh, intriguing.
And next in the order is Millie. Still has her longsword out. She's likely to take a couple of swipes at the wormling. But if anyone's really hurt, she might step away and heal them. What do you guys think?
I think she should finish him off. Maybe the rapier.
Yes, smite and swing.
Yeah. I'd say attack.
Yes, attack.
Yeah, I mean, she's got the longsword of, the blade of the Nameless Hero. That
Oh, she has that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know she was holding that.
Mhm.
Oh, that's amazing. Totally.
All right. Well, let's see here.
It doesn't show it on her sheet. But,
Okay. So she's got a +8. And she'll
Wow.
have 2 attacks.
Awesome.
So, Clifford, if you want to roll for
I-
the moment.
I vote that she does a bonus action smite and try to kill this thing in one hit.
yeah, for sure. That's awesome. Yeah. Okay. On that, I'm gonna click the rapier. I'll just use the rapier for now, because I don't see the 27 on the first one.
Okay.
Rolled a 19. I don't know if she has enhanced crit range. I don't think she does, but
No.
that'll hit.
Is that for?
No.
Are we on Helena or Millie?
I'm doing Helena. Did I get it wrong?
Yeah, it's Millie's turn.
Sorry.
Yeah, Helena-
Millie's you. You're Millie. Sorry, I'm distracted. My
All
bad.
good.
So
Yeah.
you said Millie has 2 attacks.
I believe so. Does she not? Let me double check.
Yep, Paladin.
Yeah,
Your
she
attack.
had been making those attacks, so yeah.
And we are not blessed currently, right?
Unfortunately, no.
No. Yeah,
Pink dots.
Just making
What are those
sure.
pink? The
it's
pink
usually
dots
for
on
bless.
it.
I neglected to remove them after
It's been a while.
rest.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm rolling. I rolled a 19 and a 6 for Millie on her 2 attacks, and bonus action smite.
That 6 was the damage,
yeah,
boss.
6
Oh,
is the
that's
damage.
6 is the damage. All right, so a 19 for Millie on the longsword.
All right, that is a hit.
Excellent. 6 slashing damage and
Had 2d8 if she used the smite.
Yep, 2d8 for that smite.
thank you. And that's a spell slot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
9 smite damage.
All right, so for a total of 15. She cuts deep into the wormling's shoulder. But its teeth still gnash, its claws still threaten.
And then we'll take that second swing. An 11 to hit.
That looks like, oh yeah, 11 to hit is not going to hit, unfortunately.
Right. That is, I think Millie's good where she's at.
All right.
Coming up. Uh-oh.
Phew!
Let's see here.
Is that a morale roll?
No.
No, that's 5 or 6 to recharge his breath weapon.
Mm-hmm.
That's so meta.
Yeah, I'm a fan of just rolling my dice and letting you all guess what I'm doing.
But it's fun to know a little behind the screen there.
Adds to the mystery.
Yes. I like new systems because I don't know the rules. So I can just pretend, oh, what happens, GM? And I don't know. I want to do this. It's just a great way to be ignorant for a while. It's fun.
I find it's good for, helps with the intensity of combat and suspenseful situations.
Of course.
So the worm disengages. It sort of makes a fighting retreat, climbing back up. Once it gets out of reach, it leaps from the ceiling. Let's see here. Flies just 5 feet out of y'all's reach. Or climbs 5 feet out of your reach. It flies toward the lip of the cliff, makes it to about there. It's now 20 feet up. So disengage and move. That was the dragon's action. Next in the order is X.
Okay, I assume that there's a corner here that I can try to hide and sneak and peek around and shoot the dragon.
Indeed.
All right. So I don't know if I'm hidden or not, so I'll just roll the stealth first. I hide it at 20. Peek around the corner. And shoot at the dragon.
Yeah, the worm does not seem to notice you.
A 22 to hit
That is a hit.
for 16 damage.
You can feel free to describe or pass as you dispatch the wormling.
The dragon flies away, but he flies away in a straight line. And X just kind of shrugs and fires up the tattoo and sends the crossbow bolt out. And before it even lands, he's kind of it's a foregone conclusion. So he just like walks over to Cliff and gets ready to heal.
Nice shot.
As the creature's body strikes the edge of the cliff and plummets over into darkness. In the distance down below, you hear the answering screeches of perhaps 3 more wormlings somewhere down below.
Here's a present for you guys.
You taking your bonus action to heal, or you waiting for next turn to use the rod?
I'd use my bonus action to stealth as a rogue.
Gotcha. All right, next in the order is Helena.
At this point, I think she's just ready for something to appear like a dragon. What do y'all think? Unless she wants to investigate the eggs. Eggs might be interesting to Helena. Maybe Helena would get a nature check.
Yeah, she could go and take a nature check as she glances over.
Want me to do it? All right.
Yeah, feel free.
Cool. Just loading her.
The rats to chew through one of them.
I remember in Ren and Stimpy they said, without these beautiful creatures, there would be no nature show hosts. 20. So imagine Helena doing like a bit of a nature show moment. As we see here, these eggs have been corrupted.
Yes. She very strongly detects the presence of an ooze-like creature within each egg.
Burn it with fire? Maybe? She hates oozes.
Yeah,
so
they could hatch at any time.
I think
She points out the eggs to the south and says, "It looks like some of them already did."
Yeah, I say we burn them, destroy them.
Anybody else want to weigh in on that? Lokag?
Can we cook them?
Disgusting.
Like, oh,
They got
okay.
ooze. They got ooze in them.
Fine. Burn them or something.
Burn them with what?
Yeah, I don't know what she has. That might be one of us has to. She has some explosives, right? Does she have anything cool she can blow things up? I mean, she could just ready for now. Ready to like fight, shoot anything that comes up.
Druid craft lets me light a campfire, so I could like just start druid crafting all the eggs.
Okay.
Just start making make. Oh, that was a great idea, Lokag. You know, make a little poached eggs. I love it.
Well, can we smash them? I'm good at smashing things.
That would likely kill them also.
You smash them, I'll make a little bonfire to burn what's coming out.
I'm gonna smash one from 10 feet away.
Okay. Yeah, you
I'm-
smash into it, and you can kind of see a small inside what seems like a small, like dragon curled up within the egg. But as you smash through it, what comes out is the consistency of like a runny yolk from an egg, just in the shape of a dragon.
Does it have any ill effects on my hammer end?
It does not.
All right, great. I'm gonna step on the next one. I'm gonna just walk through them.
Okay. You smush your way, because there's no hard shell on these eggs. They're all soft and gelatinous. The
What's it
creatures
smell like? Sorry.
Let's see here. To you, it smells like sulfur and sewage.
Ugh. Okay.
I'm checking one more thing.
Nope.
Let's see here.
A lot of dice, DM.
Also take 64 damage.
No, that was me just checking something. Sorry to alarm you. That was actually nothing. That was dice being rolled on screen. Let's see here.
Psych!
As you step in the first one, however, your boot does start to smoke as if acid is burning them. And you would have seen some. Let's see here. You would have seen the dragon's blood that was already on your glamour. Would have sort of dissipated and sort of smoked pretty fitfully when you plunged it into the first egg. So you would have been able to sense there's some sort of like acidic substance within.
And maybe I just smash them with my hammer.
Yeah, maybe just kind of continue using your magical weapon. Boot now smoking a bit, but quickly the acid consumes enough to neutralize itself, at least on your boot. So it's some sort of acidic ooze in the shape of a dragon is inside of these altered dragon eggs.
Creepy. Well, Helena could take out 2 more eggs with her thing, if she has any more actions.
So yeah, we're currently not in combat. You all could take 20 seconds among you and pretty easily smash all of these eggs.
I'll give 8 hit points to Cliff and 8 hit points to Lokag.
Oh, sweet.
Nice.
The 2 kinds.
Double healing because I'm raging. Just kidding.
Someone go ahead and make a perception check for Millie, because she's just watching out and paying attention as you all heal, destroy these altered dragon eggs.
I'm still down 15.
3.
Okay. She moves to the edge, looks down the pit, doesn't seem to see anything. So, what next for you all?
Still down 15. I don't know if there's any other healing options. I got a greater healing potion. But otherwise, I would keep an eye on what's down this hole. I think Clifford would want to check that out.
So you know, if you move up to the edge or move up close enough, you can smell a melange of scents. You can smell the swamp and sewage wafting up from below. You can smell smoke from multiple goblin cook fires, as well as the faint sense of what you think is whatever passes for goblin cooking, as well as many, many different sort of strains of incense that are being burned in different places down below. You also very strongly feet smell sulfur and that almost spoiled milk smell, spoiled milk and hot metal scent that came from the mutated goblins and other things that have maybe imbibed Faystone and been a part of profane rituals. It's pretty strong up here, stronger than you smelled it down below. You see a few different shelves, maybe 20, 30 feet down on either side of the cliff. You can see there's another corridor over here, obviously. A massive door directly east of you. And far ahead, let's see here. Make sure this is all visible on the map. Yeah, the far corner of the chamber, down to your south west corner of this massive chamber, this large chamber, is so far wreathed in shadow. There seemed to be the edge of a small ledge or platform over there. And from the south, you can hear, as if through another thick door, chanting. One very low and almost doleful voice, another high and full of sharp nasally pitches, another that plods on ceaselessly like some machine. You think you're hearing the chant of the masters. Somewhere to the south.
Yeah, I think we're going the wrong way unless y'all know some way of getting across this whole chasm here. I think we may need to go back and check on Merlun before we descend any further.
Probably a good idea, but we could probably just walk through these eggshells down here.
Yeah, but then how do we get across over that way? I mean, I can make us jumpy jump, but not just all of us. Like maybe one of us, but not all of us, to get across over that pit. That's where the ceremony's going on. That's where the damn ritual's happening. We
Perhaps
gotta stop it.
Fearless leader will know.
Or at
Cliff
least
looks
they'll
around
make something
to
up.
see which one is the fearless leader.
Yeah. Oh, he's talking about
Helena?
Merlun, says Helena.
I say we go back and check in with Merlun. But if
Let's
you
go
want to check
forward.
that exit,
He'll catch us.
all right. Go ahead. I'll lead then. Because Cliff can see in the dark and all that. I assume it's not treacherous to go along the side here. The eggs are. He'll try to stealth his way up to the edge.
I have passed without trace once a day. Do we think that this is a good place to sneak?
Yeah. Do it. For sure.
Let us pass without trace.
All right. You want some sneak rolls, GM?
Sure. Yeah, that'd be good.
Stealthy pants. 28.
I will ask in the future be a little more careful to commit before you actually move your token.
Oh yeah.
Usually
No, I'm
I'll be like,
committed.
nope, this happened already. So keep that in mind. I usually am a little more hard-edged than that. But
No, I mean,
yeah, we can take it. For
This
now.
should happen. No, he's still moving there. I just want to make sure I was in range to get the whatever, just for the sake of.
Okay.
He's still committed. He's there. I'm stealthing. No change. 28.
23 for Lokag and Millie both. Very
Okay.
convenient.
Nice. So
Is that with the plus 10?
What's that?
Is that with the plus 10, okay?
Oh no, it's 33 with plus 10.
Wow, nice.
Nice. All right. And then if someone wants to roll for Helena's stealth as well. So X, you start to hear something sounds very much like a slime ascending upward, moving pretty slowly, somewhere down in here. As the Pass Without Trace falls over you, those sounds continue for a few seconds, and then stop, start again, stop, start again, as if whatever it is confused about how to proceed.
.24 stealth for Helena.
Nice.
What do y'all think? Should I keep moving in and seeing? I can get within 60. I might be able to see it better. Oh, it's not in the dark, right? Is there anything in there? What do I see inside this room?
Give me just a moment.
All right.
Again, you see something you've seen before. The edge of a large circle. And arcane lines and shapes within it. Light that comes out almost, like a ray or a cone from the western wall. You think you're going to find a duplicate of the chamber that you found to the north that had the strange eye on one wall, peering out and illuminating the area in a small cone. A magic circle of the masters.
I'm happy to wait for someone more arcanely motivated who might be able to assess the situation.
That would be me. Excuse me, coming through. And Lokag's going to try and he'll pull Cliff back and he'll start heading up.
I'll stay within 30 feet of Lokag, so he's stealthy.
Beautiful.
Check around that corner. All right.
Before you move, give me just a moment.
I'm not going to move.
Lokag's the best at being surprised. Surprise parties for Lokag are always a fun time. Isn't that a barbarian trait? Like, you're not surprised?
I don't know. I don't think he has alert.
There's like another one. There's a like danger sense, right? Am I thinking old D&D?
So it is very dark in the corridor. You can't see much except that the ceiling is uneven. There are sort of like rough oval-like depressions in the ceiling that are maybe a couple of feet deep. But you hear what sounds, you've heard them before, you've fought them, some sort of ooze-like creature toward the southern end of the chamber.
What kind of
like it's coming towards you? It just sounds like something is moving up there.
Got it.
And as you pause for a moment and listen, you hear something like that in one of these 9 squares as well. Remove the tab from the screen. So, yeah, somewhere in here. There's up in one of those oval depressions in the ceiling. There's some sort of slime or something up there.
Got it. Sort of across the chamber here and see if I can get a look at it, or across the hallway.
It seems like a layer of thick slime that is moving of its own volition above. It seems to be pooling up toward one edge. The one furthest from you. But though you're hidden. You don't hear any report of your footfalls. You don't hear no echo. It's make an insight check or a survival check, whichever works best for you.
Survival. 14.
Okay. This thing seems to be aware of you and seems to be responding to your presence.
Like pulling away from me or...
Like moving towards you slowly.
Okay.
Like it's trying to sneak up on you.
I'm going to motion to X and Clifford and let them know that there's something on the ceiling. I guess Millie and Helena probably would have moved up as well.
Makes sense.
Okay. So yeah, I'll point to the slime on the ceiling and see if we want to just attack it straight out or if we want to try and slip past it. I'll even kind of come back around and so I can be like, hey, there's a slime on the ceiling. It's trying to surprise us, but it's clearly just there. It's on the ceiling. It's like pretending to be dead or something. What do you guys want to do?
I think
We
we gotta
can-
bait it. We gotta bait it. Something.
Kill this, and then we can re-enter our stealth mode.
You want to take the first shot?
Helena, there's a slime up here.
Everyone go ahead and make perception checks. As you all, he tells you what he heard. You all maybe bend your ears to listen a bit. Elena's looking down the edge of the lip.
9 perception for Lokag and a 21 for Millie.
Okay. All right, double checking one more thing.
24 for Helena, 18 for X.
Yeah. X, you hear something else moving down the cliff face. Helena says that she hears multiple things. 3 in this chamber, 1 across there, she points. Another one is coming up, and she kind of points down at her feet, indicating the one is just down below you. It's likely trying to sneak its way upward. She can hear them, but doesn't yet see them in the uneven folds of rock.
Get in the room and fight them as they come.
I like it. I like it a lot.
X and Lokag and Clifford, you hear this. It was here is sort of moving still toward Lokag.
We need to move. I'm ready to go into initiative at this point. this is crazy.
How tall are the ceilings?
In this corridor, 15 feet. Out
Oh,
here,
okay.
30 feet.
So, with the glaive's reach, I could attack it on the ceiling, right?
Yeah.
All right. Lokag has no problem kicking this off. He's ready to he's gonna attack unless anyone stops him.
Do it.
Just do it away from the party so it doesn't like drop on us and kill us all.
Yeah,
like
I was gonna
move.
say, if I can see it on the ceiling, I want to like get just not right below it, but just like step up to it.
Okay.
You could do that samurai thing where you just like just slice it. Like cut off a nice.
Place my token there. Am I directly underneath, or I think that's where. I want to
Oh, there
Okay.
it is.
All right. As you move up to it, and you lash out with the one end of your glaive or the other, your glamour, it also sort of just expels part of its own mass, slams out toward Lokag.
Nice. So I guess, do you want me to make my attacks, or does it?
Yeah.
Does it
They'll
attack
happen
first?
at the same
Okay.
time.
And this is surprise attack, so just one attack, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. 23 to hit. No, I didn't say reckless attack beforehand. 10 to hit.
Okay. It misses, and you manage to miss. Perhaps you're swinging at the part of itself that gets skinnier as it stretches itself out to strike you. Go ahead and highlight your tokens and roll initiative. Make sure that I've got everything. So I feel like my brain is glitching out. Let's see here. All right, a little more.
Deja vu. Something happened to the Matrix.
Or Vujade. That's
They
that weird
changed
feeling that none of this has happened before.
None of this has ever happened.
That's Vujade.
All right, top of the order is Clifford Bolt.
All right. He's going to move over to see what's going on by the ledge there. I assume he can sort of see down from here. What's coming? He's got the 60 feet. He can see in dark vision. I don't know if he sees anything that range. Dragon's coming. Oh, more ooze coming. Oh. All right. Know about this ooze based on whatever rolls he's got. They like fire, cold, anything they're particularly sensitive to.
These are not something you've ever heard of. This would be an Arcana check to gather information.
All right.
about it.
All right, sure. 11.
You should have let me make that.
You're the
Yeah.
expert, I know.
Go into information.
All right, then I'll just take a few shots. How far away are they?
They are both 30 feet down the cliff face.
All right, I recommend everyone.
This one is right at level.
With us.
Well, they're slightly above. So you climb down 10 feet
Okay,
to get to here. So he's about 10 feet above you on the wall, the one over there on the left.
gotcha.
Not sure
All
if
right,
that's
well, I'll take
showing
it.
up on the screen.
I'll take a couple shots at the thing down there. See how well. See how they respond to fire. You know, this is all just like a nice little, test to see how various things work. So he's gonna stow the crossbow, whip out the gun, and he's gonna fire a light pistol at the guy below.
The one closest to you, essentially.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not blessed or nothing. I don't know if 14 hits, but it's a blob, so I don't
14
know.
does hit.
Yay! Blobs are easy to hit. I love blobs. And then I think I still got the. I don't know if I still have my hunter's mark running. It might be done. So I'll do that, and then I'll do a second shot. And I'm using fire on it on the first one. So I don't know what the fire does to it, but I'll roll that. I think you gave me these little elemental bullets, so another 5 damage of fire to the 8. So the second shot I think missed, unless a 10 hits.
10 does not hit, unfortunately.
All right. So yeah, so
Actually, no,
13.
10 does hit. A 10 is its AC.
No way, really? All right. I'll take it.
And Hunter's Mark will last up to an hour.
Oh yeah, yeah. So another 6 damage with the second attack, and then the Hunter's Mock. Is it 1d6 or 1d4? It's 1d6.
I think, yeah.
5 more. So we're looking at 13, 18, 24 total, kind of. And 10 of that is fire. Or no, 5 of it is fire. That's it.
Okay. It seems that the fire doesn't seem to affect it as much as it should.
Good way to test it. And then I will move back. Clifford will move back to the tunnel over here, to the hallway. And that's it.
Okay. You all see as something breaks off from the northern cliff down below, about probably 100 feet beneath you, pushes off and begins to fly in you all's direction. It's still about 50 feet down, but it's climbed. Actually, let's see here.
Are we gonna find an ooze dragon? Is that what we're gonna fight?
It looks like another wormling. Used its movement and action to fly from one side of the cavern to the other. The ooze to the west of you all on that small platform gloms onto the wall and with a wet sucking sound climbs its way across, also using its action to dash to get closer to everyone. And next in the order is X.
Okay. Everything's all spread out all over the place. I do want to try to keep... So you guys tell me. I could either cast Bless right now, or I could just try to keep Pass Without Trace running, so that when we're done with this combat, we can continue to try to sneak. I prefer to do that.
Keep it running. Keep it running. We'll be all right. I think we're going to try to take out the southern ooze and then run to the south and, get out of range, be able to hold the line that way.
Okay, so the wormling, I think, poses the biggest threat to us. So X will say something like, avoid breath formation, I guess. And then I'm going to shoot at the wormling with my heavy crossbow, my manticore tattoo.
Okay. So you're
21.
shooting at the wormling, you said?
Yeah, the wormling, the
21
green
is a
dread.
hit.
And that'll do 14 damage plus another 1 point of radiant.
Okay. There's one detail is it's 50 feet down, so you can't see it through the edge of this cliff, probably from where you're standing. You probably have to move a little closer to the edge.
Okay, but this is the only ooze that's up top right now, right?
Let's see.
So this guy isn't threatening.
This one just moved. Oh yeah, this one is still down below. Has not moved yet. Correct.
Okay, so I can move up to the edge like that and then shoot down at him.
Yeah.
And I will also push him another 10 feet down with the push feature of heavy crossbow.
Nice. Okay. So he's 60 feet down.
And then I will move and use my bonus action to move, and I'll get out of fire breath formation. I guess I'll go to the corner of the room here. I'm done.
All right. Next in the order is Lokag.
Sweet. Slash.
Yeah.
Very simple. 16 and an 18.
Let's see here. Both are going to hit.
Excellent. Okay. I'm going to savage attack that first one.
Okay.
Very good. 16 damage on the first. and 17 on the second.
Awesome. Let's see here. The structure of the substance almost feels like tar as you slash into it. You have to kind of jerk your weapon back out. But you still somehow leave gaping wounds in the amorphous flesh of this strange creature.
Dope. And bonus action, polearm strike. Oh no!
That one.
All right,
What do you do?
4 on the d6.
All right, give me just a moment to pull that up. All right. Need an athletics check or a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh. Okay.
As you overextend yourself and your feet kind of slip beneath you.
19.
Awesome. You maintain your footing. Do not fall.
Whew. And I guess I'm gonna stay where I am. I'll probably move 1 square over. And try and cover while people are retreating.
Okay. All right. You all hear the creak of more leathery wings rising up in the shadowy pit beneath you, and you hear its talons grab onto the rock, again about 50 feet down below. Using its action and movement, another ooze crests the surface to menace Helena and her swarm of ratlings. Next in the order is Millie. 3 targets she can see, but nothing currently threatening her. So what is Millie going to do? I think that is a question for Lokag. You mentioned kind of taking control of Millie until Joe pops back in.
Thank you. I'm gonna say, let's see. It doesn't look like Millie is being threatened right now.
Correct.
So she is going to. Let me see. I saw this. Let me see how her. That's 5 foot. Okay. We're gonna lash out with a crossbow. Millie is gonna move. Back to the cave and take a crossbow shot at this one that Lokag was fighting.
Okay.
And a 10. A 16 on that second one.
All right, 16 is definitely going to hit.
Awesome. 6 damage.
10 also hit before, right?
The 10 is going to hit as well. Sorry. It's also,
Okay.
I forgot to put this creature on initiative.
7 and 7 damage, and then 6 damage.
Is very hurt. Before Helena's turn, I'll go ahead and make an action for this one since it takes place higher on the initiative and I just now rolled for it. So anything else for Millie? She moves to there, makes her actions, makes her attacks. Any bonus action for Millie?
No. No bonus actions.
This ooze kind of crawls across the ceiling out of that oval-shaped depression over Lokag's head. It gets to there, and a small aperture expands in its side, and a gout of noxious gas spews out. Checking my measurements. In a cone that will get Lokag, Clifford, and Millie, forcing them to make dexterity saving throws.
Lokag's at a 16. Millie is at a 21.
Okay. Excellent. You each succeed. And we'll take half damage. Should happen. It should be popping into chat, but it's not. I'm going to roll it manually. All right. So each will take 5 points of poison damage. Oh no, in this case it is... Yes, poison damage. That is of course, the end of its turn. And I think as we come on to Helene's turn, this might be... yeah, let's go ahead and take a short break here. I've made just past the top of the hour. So yeah, let's take a short break, come back to it in 5. Does that sound good?
Sweet. Sounds good to me.
All right.
Awesome. See you in 5.
See you in 5.
You need me to hang out, DM, or you got it?
Now you should be able to hear us. All right, thanks for catching that, Jar Jar. We're going to step back into it. You're continuing the order. Helena has just... let's see here. Oh, yeah. It has just now come to Helena's turn.
Dark Thunderscorn says, "Hi, DM
I think I
Fever."
should take a few pot chops and then run around the corner.
Yeah, she's right up on one.
Oh, that one on her left. She's probably in that one that Cliff shot before.
Let's see here. The one, yeah, you shot down at.
Yeah.
Think.
So she's in melee.
Yeah, it has climbed up and is now threatening.
I guess she'd try to shoot it or attack it with the rapier again. Unless you think she'd try to disengage and just get out of there. I think she'd want to take a couple shots.
It's tough. She hates slimes.
Yeah.
But she's never dealt with one of these before. She saw that it can breathe out a noxious poisoned breath. So yeah.
I think she takes a couple shots and tries to kill it, and if it doesn't work, she'll risk an op attack. So get the hell out of there. What do you think? Yeah?
Sounds all right with me.
All right, that's
Look
what
at
I'll
her.
say. So we'll do two
Yeah.
rapier shots, and then we'll take your chances.
I would just
Okay,
take
cool.
the opportunity attack and use the bow because the bow is amazing.
Yeah, that's true. I like that idea. Then yeah, she'll trigger an op. She'll start pulling along the wall, and she'll risk an opportunity attack from that ooze.
Okay. So
Can she dodge first? That would be interesting. She could dodge.
she'd have to
but
take the
then
dodge
she wouldn't
action.
get dodge. But then she wouldn't get cool attacks. I
Right,
think
she
it's
wouldn't
worth
get
the
her
risk.
attacks.
That's worth the risk.
Let's see here.
I hope we're making a good choice for her.
So I know in 2014 rules, firing when you're threatened by something puts you at a disadvantage for your attacks.
That's why she's going to move first and get away.
Oh, get that. Okay, take the attack
Oh, yeah.
opportunity
Just
first.
roll- yeah.
Copy
Yeah,
that.
roll your op.
All right.
I think.
So yeah, we're going to try to strike with a pseudopod.
It's not even a real pod. It's a pseudopod.
Yeah. But that attack is going to miss.
Real. All right, cool. So yeah, she'll pull up. She'll pull up over here. I think she can get to there. I wonder if she should shoot at the one that's already. Yeah. So as she's running, she'll do like a pew pew with the bow, and try to take out the one that's messing with Locag. That seems like the right one. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll roll the bow. Nauda. 29.
29 is definitely going to hit.
That's 9 damage.
As she pierces it
First
through
one.
with a shimmering arrow, it collapses, drops to the ground, loses its viscosity, and is a slop of congealed blood.
Beautiful. She'll use her other attack to shoot at the one that was messing with her, just in vengeance.
All right. 22's a hit.
And you. I wonder if septic strikes work on these things. Imagine they wouldn't. She does have does she have like the regular Hunter's Mark stuff? It shows that she has Hunter's Mark.
She does.
Yeah, why don't she, probably if she has slots, it looks like, I can't tell on the sheet, but I think she has slots.
You get two free every day as a ranger, so just use one of the free slots.
Let's
She's
do
not
that.
used
So I'm just
today.
gonna,
So yeah.
I'll just add another 5 to put a Hunter's Mark on that remaining one that was threatening her.
All right.
And that's
You get a
it.
third attack with that bow.
She does.
Oh, because the bow's awesome.
Yes.
Right, I forgot. Thank you.
Bow wielded by a demigod. For long years.
Wow. You are a hero. Okay, sorry. I loaded your sheet. I closed. One more shot.
23 is also a hit.
All right, 14 damage. She only gets 1 Hunter's Mark per turn, though. So, 14
No, it's-
more.
Hunter's Mark is every hit.
Every hit? No way. Wow. Okay, another D6 then. Beautiful. A 1. 15.
As this creeps over the edge, begins to menace her, she darts back and lets loose a salvo of arrows. 2 oozes drop. This one
Nice.
obviously turns to congealed blood and begins sliding off the cliff face.
Beautiful. Well done, Helena. That's all she's got.
Another moves into view from the south, moving right up to Millie, but using its movement and action to do so. There is another creaking of dragon's wings.
Could we move the rats in as well? I feel like the rats would have moved at some point. And Bubby, they'd be back with Helena, maybe.
Let's see here.
They haven't acted yet.
Yeah, well, they might risk an attack of opportunity from one of the oozes. They can take their action to disengage and then get up close to Helena for sure.
Just
You guys
chomp on
think?
the ooze. Use the rats. Use them.
All right, eat them. Yeah, Helena didn't. We haven't used them yet, so use them however you like there, GM.
Okay. Helena usually likes to protect Bubby, so she might get him to disengage and leave the swarm behind.
All right.
How's that sound?
Yeah. Unless the swarm kills it, but I don't think they will. I worry
let's
about
see here.
Bubby.
All right, well, Cliff, go ahead and roll for the Verminkin. They have a +2 to attack.
All right, I'll just roll d20 and see what it does. Plus, what'd you say?
+2.
2. All right. 13. These
All
are easy
right.
to hit, aren't they?
They are. That's a hit, so that's going to be 2d6 + 1.
Nice. Wow, that's pretty cool. Decent damage. 8 damage. Ah. Rats. The natural enemy
Nice.
of the ooze is the rat swarm. I think the rats would probably move around like this to kind of get away from the cliffs.
Makes sense. Lokag and, yeah, let's see here. You all hear the call and flapping wings of another wormling. You hear its claws bite into the southern wall of that empty space to y'all's west. And Lokag, you can just barely see another ooze as it crests the edge of the cliff face. Top of the order is Clifford.
Did
Ooh.
did Gravelix go? Or
I was just
Gravelix
gonna
did
say,
not.
He
Yeah, let's see
hasn't
here.
had any return yet.
I failed to add him to initiative. Apologies, gang.
No worries.
So he can disengage as a bonus action. He's probably going to do that. And likely fire his bow. Unless someone tries to give him some other sort of command.
That's fine. They don't like bows. Seems to work.
Okay. X, if you want to make an attack for him, he's got a d20 + 4. That's a hit. 1d6 + 2.
Seven.
Nice. All right. Now, Clifford Bolt.
All right. Well, I'm gonna do a couple of attacks, I guess. Keep shooting at the dragon. Seem to be the wormling. Should be perfectly shootable. So I'll shoot at that green dragon worm to the south with my. I'm gonna drop a little cold. See what cold does. I don't know what cold does. Some bullets some guy gave me. I never even tried them out yet. And I'll shoot one. Oh, that's a 10. I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna re-roll that.
Which one are you? Who are you firing at?
The southern one, the green dragon wormling.
Okay, they're both pretty far down the cliff, so you
Oh, I
don't
can't
think
see
you
them.
can see them from there. Yeah.
All right, then I'd shoot at the dragon blood. So
Okay.
this guy. So
The
I don't
wounded
know
one,
if 10
okay.
hits. I can re-roll too if you want me to.
No, that's fine.
this time.
That's fine. That 10 will hit.
All right, cool. So 6 plus a little cold damage, and a little hunter's mark damage. I'm curious. It's just science for him. He just wants to see what it does, how they react to different elements.
Okay.
So 10 damage,
It
4 of
seems
which is cold.
to resist cold as well.
All right. I'll just do a regular bullet next. One more shot. A 10 again. Man, I'm getting he's just enough. He's very casual about this. He's like, should I put an effort in? I mean, come on. They're just, all right. Hey, 13 more.
Nice.
Oh, and then I get another D6.
Mhm.
Right. So beautiful, beautiful thing. Love being a ranger. Another 2. So 15 more.
All right, you can feel free to describe or pass as you finish off the ooze.
You know, he doesn't describe it. He takes it all in. He just looks at the situation. You know, he kind of looks over at X with a kind of like camaraderie, like the slaughter, the death, just the destruction all around us as all of these slimes are falling down like rain. It's just a beautiful moment. He really wants to hold on to this forever.
Any bonus action for Clifford?
He's going to get the fuck out of there, actually. Pardon my French. Try to get over along the wall here after those shots and see what kind of action is coming up. I don't know if his passive will reveal anything, but that might be next round.
Nothing new is revealed as you move.
All right.
You see there's another
That's
corridor
it.
to your south. You can see light. The same sort of light that's coming out of this chamber directly, just northeast of you.
Good to know. All right. That's it.
All right. Knock it down to 60 feet. All right. I never did get good at my triangle maths. Comes to he's flying up, but also at an angle.
Oh, the hypotenuse. It's non-Euclidean, so it's the same distance whether it's at an angle or not. You know, you just ignore them. It's non-Euclidean, so
Right.
you can go 60 to the There's no Euclid anymore.
So the wormling, its claws clutch the lip of stone as it kind of flies up to it, pulls its slender bulk up. And let's see here. No, it doesn't. You can hear it is just below, just down the ledge. Waiting. Next in the order is X.
Okay, I will glance around quickly. Does it look like there's anything inherently dangerous in this room? Like if I step in it, I'm going to be in a vat of acid or subject to a trap or something like that?
The eye looks pretty dangerous. Not the light coming from it, but the eye itself.
Okay, but I'm probably okay to just go around the corner for a second.
You think so, yeah.
Okay, I'll go around for the corner for a second, hide. And with pass without a trace, that's a 20. And then I'll peek around the corner and I'll shoot this ooze with my crossbow.
Okay.
My Manticore tattoo. I'll activate sneak damage. I don't know if sneak works on these guys, but I'll put it on just in case.
All right.
14 to hit.
That's going to hit.
And we could be looking at 15 damage.
Right.
And I will use the feature to push it 10 feet directly away toward Lokag.
Yeah, this whole sticky mass of this creature's body kind of slides along the ceiling, pulling tendrils of itself taut as it tries to keep its grip.
Delivery!
Nice. Does X? Yeah, is that what X says, or does he say anything else during his turn?
No, that's it.
All right. Next in the order is Lokag.
As the creature slides across the ceiling, Lokag turns, sees it, and takes a big, reckless swing at it with his glaive for a 26 to hit,
That's a hit.
dealing out 13 additional damage. And seeing it's still up, he's going to swing back around and strike at it another time for 22 to hit,
That's a hit.
for an additional 11 damage.
You can feel free to describe or pass as you dispatch the ooze.
It almost doesn't stop moving. It just slides across. He slashes in it once, comes back around, and then slashes at it again to the other direction. And he's going to take some movement here to move back towards the room. And sort of guard the doorway.
All right. Any bonus actions or anything?
No bonus actions for Lokag.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hear claws gripping stone crumbles beneath the massive clawed feet of the dragons. As there's now two perched just down the lip. Can't quite see them, but you can hear exactly where they're at. I think Gravelix is not the most brave. He might move to here.
I'd say he comes and joins Clifford. Get the hell out of there. Don't make yourself a target.
Yes, everyone, retreat to the room.
Yeah, Gravlix.
Okay. He takes a shot past the corner as he's moving. Lokag, if you want to roll that.
Sure. Got a 10 on the d20.
Okay.
Nice.
That is going to hit. He's got a d6 plus 2.
Wrong dice. 5.
All right. And let's see here. In there, in the shadows, he will attempt to make a stealth check. So X, if you want to roll Gravelix's stealth check, he's got a plus 4.
Can he get away from people a little bit if there's any way to not be in airball formation, so to speak?
Yeah.
Yeah, he couldn't move any further, but he can move less.
But just there by
Okay.
Clifford is fine.
That's fine.
Okay, so he'll hide there.
19. 29.
Nice, okay. The little goblin vanishes in the corner of the wall. The wall meets the floor.
He counts as an ally for purpose of pass without trace, right?
Yeah, and sneak attack and everything else.
Nice.
Well, it sounds like we have a couple of dragons on the other side of that cliff, says Millie, sort of pointing out past Helena.
To be ready.
She could definitely ready in action. What do you guys think?
Let's say ready. Got the crossbow out still, yeah.
Okay.
Elena?
No, Millie.
No, Millie.
Oh, Millie.
Makes sense. Unless she wants to move. But
Yeah. Big Bro, what do you
makes sense
think? For
I
Millie.
think as long as I think she's probably going to. If she can't see anything, she'd probably hold an action to attack
Okay.
and guard the door with the low cat.
All right.
Makes sense. And Helena, I don't know if she can't see them. I think she might move around the corner, unless she's got a cool spell or something. But I don't know if she needs to burn a spell. She does have speak with animals. Be interesting.
I think she should just move down, like however far she can move and ready in action. That,
Yeah.
or she could come just around the corner and put 3 arrows into that ooze and then go down.
That
here.
makes sense. I like the ooze idea. If she can see the ooze from here and still be able to get out of sight, I think that'll work. Yeah, that's a great idea.
From there, she can see the
yeah.
ooze. Dimly
Alright.
lit.
Oozy.
So she can make some
Oozy
attacks on that ooze.
9mm. All right, I will roll her. Oozy 9mm. Isn't that what in the Terminator he's describing the gun he wants to order?
Oh, yeah, when he's at the... Yeah,
the
at
Uzi
the register.
9mm. Yes. Beautiful moment. Not his bow.
Yeah, he asked for a plasma
Number one.
rifle, and the guy's like, hey, just what you see, pal.
That's right. That's right.
The guy didn't bat an eye.
Huh?
All right, both of those are
First-
going to hit.
All right. So that's 18 plus. I think she's got the. She can move the hunter's mark to there, so another 4. So 22.
And she's got a third attack.
Third attack. Yeah. I know.
Hunter's
another
mark
hit.
with every hit.
Yeah. So I'm gonna roll another 2d6 for the last
All right.
3.
And
Wow.
that 14
Another-
is a hit as well.
Awesome. And I'll roll damage on that. Wow, a lot of damage.
You all can't quite see what she's seeing, but she just kind of pumps her fists. Ha ha ha! Die! I hate slimes.
And then she can move in behind me, behind Clifford.
Okay.
So Jar Jar had asked, since Helena's no longer using the laser crossbow,
Yeah.
if she might be willing to give that to Grabolix to try
That's a
to
great idea.
up his game a little bit. So if she wants
Yeah.
to do that,
That'd be great. We should totally. I love it.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, Ponpon's not here tonight to weigh in on that. Like, I'd be fine with that.
Just a loner.
Yeah,
Not a gift,
she
like-
probably... Here, take this for now. Give it back when I ask for it.
Yeah.
So you'll have a +1 light crossbow
Awesome.
for the moment. All right.
You know, I can. Oh boy.
One of the dragons flies in through the narrow corridor. Using their ready actions, the others leap up and do the same.
Then
Millie
can Millie shoot at the first one that comes in?
Absolutely.
8.
8 is going to miss, unfortunately. One of them expels a noxious cloud of gas over Millie and Lokak, forcing con saving throws from both of them.
Oof.
Success.
15 for Lokang. Sweet. And just a 7 for Millie.
Maybe worth a reroll or no?
Yeah, you could use your inspiration. Either way, it's your, as a player, your inspiration. So,
I'll use my inspiration to reroll that for Millie.
okay.
Yeah. No fun.
Not much better. Got an 8.
All right, so she's going to take all of this, and you're going to take half of it. She'll take 21 in poison damage, and Lokak will, of course, take 10.
Okay.
And next in the order is Clifford.
So, I can make a wall of stone between us. 15 feet, you say, high. And the way I built it before, I feel like I got 20 feet high, and it was quite wide. So, would I be able to fill the entire corridor with stone between Gravlix and Millie and the creatures?
Absolutely.
So that they... I think we don't want any more of this. What do y'all think? I'm like looking over to the stick. I'm looking at how messed up people are. I think we need a little reprieve here. We need to keep moving. So first, I'm going to do this just so I have a little more eyeballs on what's going on. Cliff's going to move south and just get a peek at what's going on in the next room down there. It's like another eyeball room. I don't know what he gets out of that, but I think, yeah, he's dropping a wall between us. So it should fill the entire corridor. I think it's like, you tell me, I think it's like 5 feet thick or something. And I don't know if Gravlix needs to be kind of like that to make that work, but I don't. It says I can make it any shape, I think, so. I'll just block the hallway with stone. Pull out the stick, bang it on the ground, and use the charge. Wall of stone. This is not your home.
Okay.
That's it.
All right, and you can choose which side they're sort of pushed to the other side of. So yeah, you could drop a wall right where the dragons are and have them just be pushed to the other side.
Rad. Perfect, yeah. So just move them 5 each, and then we'll have a 5 foot thick wall going there. That's great. Never break, never break.
Screech of protestation from the dragons.
Arr.
It's quickly cut off
Good.
as they are very much on the other side of a magical stone barrier now.
I'm very sloppily drawing.
I got it.
Area. Oh, you got it. Great. You know how to do angles and all that. You're a pro. Perfect. That's exactly it. Beautiful. All right. That's it for me.
All right.
Break time. Break time out, everybody. Time out.
Oh, that's pretty helpful. Pants Millie. See any way out of here?
I look and see what I find. Looks like a dead end, though, huh?
It does seem to be one.
Yeah, so Cliff kind of shakes. Another one of those eyeball rooms. I think we got to get across that cliff, and I don't think the only way we're going to do that is if we go up and around, back to Merlun. I say we take a moment here, wait till the dragons give up, drop the wall, and head to Merlun. That's what I say, but in the meantime, we can poke around, right? We got plenty of time. They're not going to get through that wall. Ah!
long as it's claw and acid proof, says Millie. That's all well and good, says Helena. But how long are we going to have to wait? Wait these things out. How long before they get bored and go away?
Merlin will catch up later. Let's go.
There's nowhere to go. It's a dead end, buddy. This is an oubliette. But we can poke around. Let's see. I don't know. Are we out of initiative now, or we can kind of poke
we're
around?
more in exploration.
All right.
I'm gonna have Millie use her potion of greater healing.
Okay.
I healed her for 20. I put it in chat.
Oh,
already. Let's
perfect.
let's not use those things unless we absolutely need to in combat.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm no good at Arcana, but I think if we can figure out what these, what this means, these symbols and these eyes, they're dangerous in some way.
Yeah, you all, have kind of looked over some of this a little bit when you were in the northern chamber. And based on the similar sort of colors of the magical energy, you all think they're connected to magic circles down below in the sort of hovels or dwellings of the individual goblin magic users, shamans and spellweavers down below. So it likely plays a key role in the great ritual that the masters are attempting.
Could they be disrupted?
You disrupted a few. Merlin sapped one, and Lokag, of course, drew his blade of his glamour across one, defacing it and ruining the runic etchings.
There you go.
I'm interested. This eyeball, when Lokag walks into the room, does it follow him around, or does it just look at the circle?
For a brief moment, it follows you. But it keeps sort of going back and forth between following you and paying attention and focusing on the magic circle.
What do I think is going on with this eyeball? Like, if I smash it, something bad gonna happen to Lokag?
It's hard to say, and you're not even sure you could smash it. It seems to be made of stone, just like the walls themselves have been shaped and are somewhat animated. Rock has been drawn into long, thin lines that look like perhaps muscle or other tissue. They will occasionally sort of pulse or shift as the eye moves. When it looks at you, you can feel ill intent from the eye.
Yeah, I like Jar Jar's suggestion in chat. I do want to try and poke it, regardless if it's made of stone or not.
Okay.
Poke it with the hammer end.
Okay. So just tap it, or try to hit it and damage it.
I'm gonna try and hit it.
Okay.
Stop, Lokag. There's not enough healing for what's about to happen to you. Walk away.
Lokag, mid swing, when a batter checks their swing and they kind of have to pull it back a little bit. He's like, oh man, all right. And then he just casually draws his glaive through, he's a kid playing in the sand with a stick, just through the magic circle. He kind of disrupts the circle with his glaive.
Okay. As you do, the light goes out of the circle. The eye darts around the chamber fitfully, its light playing here and there as if it's seeking something that it lost. Make an insight check. Oh, never mind.
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead and make that insight check.
No meat for the masters.
15.
Something about the cut of that eye, the narrowing of its pupils, looks to you like it's seeking either a replacement for that circle or someone to blame for its absence. It suddenly feels very bad to be in this chamber.
Yeah, Lokag will retreat. And as he walks past X, he's like, stupid eyeball. Didn't want to touch it anyways.
But the eye continues to look around the chamber. All light has gone out of the runes on the floor. X, you feel certain that Lokag disrupted this magic circle, and it would need to be physically repaired to continue. You suspect that this is like a key conduit of their ritual. And perhaps if you find the rest of them on this level, you all can end their ritual.
There's another one down here for you to scratch.
Yeah, Cliff will mess that one up. He's got his, I don't know, rapiers. If his rapier's enough, he starts writing Clifford Bolt in like perfect. I'll make a sleight of hand check.
Yeah.
For his cursive to see how Zorro it is.
14. All right. Yeah. You're not used to carving into stone Zorro with such a long tip, but you make a. Yeah. It's not quite as deep in all places as you'd like.
He does actually have a mold earth, which allows him to leave markings in the ground. It's the only thing that works on stone is that you can etch some kind of symbol in there. So, in lieu of that, he'll kind of take advantage of that weird secondary power of that ability, and I'll sign his name on it, and then he'll get out of there.
Okay. Again, the eye starts to dart fitfully around the chamber. An ugly glare in its single slitted pupil.
This time, when it's looking for someone to blame, the writing is on the wall.
Or the floor, as the case may be.
I say we linger in the hall away from prying eyes here, huh?
Ah, says Helena, I see what you did there. I got that one.
All right,
Private.
And now that both circles are disrupted, X wants to travel along this wall using that pass wall amulet that we got and see if any of these places open up to something else.
That's definitely good thinking, but they do not.
Ah.
Well, it was worth a try anyway.
Room. Maybe in the eyeball room. Maybe there's something around in there.
What is Lokag doing?
I think Lokag is seeing this as another dead end. We'll tap on the wall and ask, how long does this thing last, by the way?
I can quit whenever I want. He takes another smoke from his pipe, sort of relaxing for a moment, getting in a little. Probably could get a short rest in. I think it lasts. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't last that long. It's 10. It's 10 minutes, so it's enough time for it. It's enough time to have a good, 5-minute, relax, take a moment. I'm down 20 hit points, so kind of healing would be appreciated. I can burn a potion unless anyone's got action.
I suggest not burning potions if we're at half-life. I mean, if anybody goes down, I can still pick them up, but I'm running out of spells, and we've got limited resources to make it to the top.
Millie's pretty low on spells as well.
I'll keep in the back. That would be less bold. I wish I had one of those items where you get more of something because you're under half your hit points, like in Baldur's Gate 3.
Ooh. Merlun, our fearless leader Merlun may have healing for us. Perhaps if we get the drop on these dragons, take them out, go back to Merlun, he can heal us up, and we can go south.
The way I figure it, we all just prep ourselves, just get ready to fire, and I drop the wall, and pew pew, bang bang, shoot shoot.
That doesn't seem like a terrible idea, says Helena.
Is there any way that you could mold like arrow slits into the wall? You can't mess with it once it's created, can you?
There is this high level one that he could do. There's like a superpower that basically lets him mold. He could probably take those eyeball things that are made of stone and just change their entire shape. but it's like a really powerful spell. It's like I think it's a 7th level spell on that thing. So with Wall of Stone, I think I could have said that when I built it, but now I can't blend it and stuff. But it's a concentration, so as soon as I drop it, it'll go down. Yeah.
Well, it was a good thought
10
anyway.
feet. Yeah. So I say we just ready an ambush and drop the walls on them. We should
Can I-
listen though and see if they're still there.
Yeah, can I hear if the dragons are still there?
Make a perception check.
Very perceptive, Lokag is. 13.
You feel faint rumblings that tell you that maybe one of them is scratching at the wall, and that they may be conversing on the other side of it. But it's, it's hard to tell what they're saying. It's stone, after all.
Before we drop the wall, Lokag wants to re-rage with Bear.
Okay.
Should we put ourselves in our places? Places, everyone. I'm staying in the back here with probably Helena wants to stay in the back with the bow too. Both be hidden. Say.
Yes, I just don't want to be out of position. It's hard to see in this. It's very dark, except for the light coming from the chambers.
Well, we set up a torch right in front of that wall, you see. And as soon as that wall goes down, it's going to light them up. And then we fire.
I think that would work nicely for me.
We'll drop a torch. Where Lokag, drop a torch there for us, would you?
Okay.
Or you can use your thaumaturgy to make a campfire. I think that might do it too. X.
Yeah, Helena crouches down, fingers on her bowstring. Millie could hang back and fire ranged, or she could step up with her at high AC and try to just charge in, mix it up.
Maybe with Lokag there too. That's not a bad idea. Keep the rats back.
Remember, there's AOE breath weapons, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think she's better off. She's pretty low, so I think she may step back.
Okay. She still has 25 points of lay on hands. She could use some of.
Oh, yeah, I would use some. Maybe.
I'll give her.
10 at least.
Yeah, I'll give her 10 hit points back with lay on hands.
Okay.
I can find them. Can find them.
I'm gonna move. Cliff's gonna be in the other room.
Good.
I think I can see more from back here. Yeah.
As you get further into that chamber, the eye darting around starts following you.
Oh.
Its slitted
Oh,
pupil pinning and getting narrower and narrower.
Is there a way to get under it so it can't see me? Like
Not
right up.
exactly. I mean, it's kind of bowed out from the wall itself, so it
on
looks
top
like you
of
can
it.
see the whole chamber pretty well.
Oh, I don't like this. Oh, they're gonna know. They're gonna know. He goes running there. They're watching us. God damn it, they're watching us. He's gonna run to X. You got any tricks? Any illusions? We gotta trick that eyeball.
we just all ready it. When you drop the wall, we all attack the same dragon. That's my trick.
We move forward.
I'm just telling you, they're gonna know what we're doing. So there might be nobody there when we drop that wall. Just be ready. That's what I'm thinking.
All right. X is gonna hide stealth We still have Pass Without a Trace running, so anybody
Yeah.
who's near X can be very hidden.
And Lokag's going to meet Shield.
Heck yeah.
All right.
I'm going to be
my.
pressed right up against that wall.
All right. 35 on the
Nice.
hide.
Heck
Great.
yeah. All right. As you all crouch down, prepare your actions, and Clifford, you sort of look into your allies, waiting for that signal to drop the wall. This is a good spot for another 5-minute break before we jump back into
All right.
anything. Sound good?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
All
Cool.
right.
Be right back.
All right. See you in a few. Let's see. Looking through. I'm not sure that Helena does have any sticky tar. Let me look and see what else she collected in her inventory.
I was looking for a net. Trying to think if there's some way we could net these dudes.
No? That's not bad thinking. Unfortunately, yeah. These chambers are pretty bare of any materials to make a net out of, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I never added a net to my inventory in any way, so
You all
I
do have some
don't
rope.
have one. Nah, I don't think it's a workable plan. I think we'd be more likely to get Lokag netted than the dragon.
Yeah, we definitely don't want that. It is possible. Let's see here. Checking Helena's spells. She has. Ensnaring Strike and Entangle.
Yeah, I don't think we should overthink it. Just drop the wall and fill them with damage. And let's go.
Yeah. I mean, they can hit hard, but they aren't that hearty in terms of how much punishment they can take. It's just, mainly, I think the main concern would be kind of Lokag surviving the first onslaught of the wall being dropped and such. So unfortunately, these are not just beasts. Even young dragons are reasonably intelligent, and they're apex predators in terms of their hunting skill. But they're probably a little young and untrained to know specifically that this is magic. Lokag, how you feeling about being the front line versus 3 green wormlings?
Children, I will strike them down.
That's the
In fact,
attitude.
everyone else.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, everyone else can take a short rest. I got this. No problem.
That is the attitude you want out of your barbarian, ladies and gentlemen. right, well, 2 more of like the key circles of the ritual damaged. You have access to another up in the northern section of this floor, in the rooms of Englob, the Blackguard.
Wait, we disrupted. Isn't that where we slept overnight?
Yes, but not in the... Oh, no, let's see. What did you all do there?
Yeah, we desecrated that one. I'm pretty
Right,
sure.
excellent. Yeah. Got to be only a few left at this point. All right, welcome back, Nick. So as you all take a bit of a breather on the other side of this summoned wall of stone, put yourselves in a position, ready your actions and attacks. At the moment, Gravelix has Helena's enchanted light crossbow, so he'll get an additional +1 to his hit damage. And so far he seems unhurt or unbothered by the baleful eye within the chamber, but perhaps he's far enough away from it. In any case, our heroes sort of look to each other, check each other, see what everyone's readiness level is. Lokag, sort of bracing himself probably, both hands on his weapon, but occasionally looking over his shoulder to see if Clifford's, going to raise the staff and drop the wall again. Any other last-minute thoughts or details you all want to hammer out before you engage the wormlings?
Let's go.
I did have one
left or right.
I have a
to right.
thought. I want to leave a keg of blast powder there. Oh well, Lokag's going to be there. Never mind. Maybe I'll do that another time. I don't want to blow a Lokag up.
Well, I could always back up.
Yeah, later. Yeah, if you want to. It's too risky. Never mind.
Right. Ready when you are, Cliff.
Yeah. 3, 2, bam. Everyone's ready. Drop it. Ready to actions. All hidden. See what's behind door number 2.
So I should roll stealth for melee. Yeah, 22 on her stealth.
Nice. Okay. So the wormlings don't know exactly what you're going to do, but I'm going to roll their initiative versus a DC and see if any of them are actually able to react. You drop the wall, and you all can go ahead and roll your attacks.
Is this already at advantage, or for Lokag, he's not hidden?
Then, in that case, no.
Okay. Then he will reckless. Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Okay.
And you were all, everybody good with what Lokag said? Left to right, attacking the leftmost creature?
Sounds good.
Yeah, works for me.
Lokag rolled a crit on his sneak attack glamour.
Wow, nice.
And he screams sneak attack as he does it. Sneak attack!
Nice. Go ahead and roll damage for that. X that 11 is going to miss.
That's
that
14
19,
damage from the glaive.
Okay, nice.
I'm actually, oh gosh, I think I can do better. I'm gonna. Can I use the savage attack feature on a surprise attack?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to do a little better. 20 damage. Okay, much better.
Wow, nice.
Nice.
Yeah. And just to resolve the rolls I made, Millie with advantage rolled a 13 on her light crossbow.
Okay. That is going to miss.
Okay. Cool. That is all the rolls that I made.
All right.
Cliff did 11 damage.
Okay.
17. Does a 17 hit?
A 17 is their AC. That's going to hit. So you'll do that 9 damage.
Okay.
Let's see here. X, that 19 is also going to hit. Millie.
Now X missed. That 19 was actually the damage.
Oh, the
roll.
damage from that 11. Oh, okay. That 11.
That would have been fantastic. damage.
Right. Oh, my goodness. Definitely would have been. All right. And we need an attack for Helena.
I can roll that.
She's got a plus 10.
All right, I'll just roll that. 17. I think that hits.
That's
exactly,
a hit.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it 2d8? Oh,
No, it's a 1d8 plus 7.
all right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
13.
Awesome.
Are you sure it's not just 15 damage every time?
Right? The way she rolls, it has been for sure. All right.
Yeah.
As one of them, like, sort of regains its balance, you know, its claws leaned into the wall as it dropped, sort of drops forward heavily. All of your attacks hit it, and it collapses into a pile. There is one from Gravelix. And let's see here. All right, that is with Gravelix's bonus. That's going to be a hit. 8. Lokag, the wormling opens its mouth and breathes a cloud of noxious gas over you. It's a con save for Lokag.
Beautiful.
Watch your tang. It's
Did
the sound he
job
makes.
description.
I rolled it. It didn't. Oh, I was okay. Oof. Oh no. All right. I'm gonna take it.
Lokag takes 18 poison damage.
Have that to 9. Raged with the bear, so
Nice.
I'm just gonna. Oh, that was silly. Yeah, I'm gonna just stop raging with anything other than bear.
That's the way. Go Bears.
Oh, bears.
All right, let's go ahead and highlight our tokens and roll initiative.
All right. Exciting.
All right, top of the order is X.
Did you get Helena? You get her?
Yeah, she's on there.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
sorry.
am going to stride forward. And oddly enough, this cantrip poison spray
Mm-hmm.
deals necrotic damage.
Right. Weird, huh?
Huh.
So, and I can Reaper because they're within 5 feet of each other. So I will attack each one of them with a poison spray.
bit of their own medicine.
That's right.
Except it's not their own medicine. It's necrotic for some
That's
reason.
yeah.
which
For
is
some
sweet.
reason. That's an attack roll for you, right?
Look at this.
21 is a hit. 19 is also a hit. Oh yeah, 21 is definitely a hit.
Nice. You scare me. Please don't get dominated by some creature and kill us all.
24 is also definitely a hit.
16 damage.
$35? Wow.
Nice.
Your friendly neighborhood cleric. Let's go.
Death.
Any bonus actions for X?
I'll stealth.
There you go.
Go for a 37.
All right. So knowing what you know about stealth, you know you'll have to break line of sight to be able to get that stealth check. So around in the corner, perhaps to the south. Beyond that, they have a straight shot, and there's nothing really to hide behind in the chamber.
Okay, well then I really don't want to move everywhere. I can't heal as a bonus action with what I want to do, so I'm just done.
Okay. The next in the order is Gravelix. X, what do you think Gravelix is going to do?
Pew pew laser crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And the order was left to right, so we've got to follow left.
Heck yeah. And a nat 20 for the little goblin.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Radiant? Beautiful.
And all radiant damage, that's right.
10 damage.
All right. For some reason, it is not.
And I think he's going to cavort. I mean, he's got to be happy with this gift that he's been given, even if it's temporarily. he's just like pew pew lasering everything with it. So Gravelix has got to be just like jumping up and down and like cavorting around, you know.
I can definitely see that.
Man.
And let's see, I told him he's 10. Dragonling is very hurt. Painful snarl. And he might sort of cross the chamber and hide around the corner. What about Clifford? I think you're muted, Clifford. Or Nick.
Sorry about that.
Oh,
Two
there
shots.
you are.
I'm two more shots at the crossbow. First one, oh jeez, a 9. I haven't used my. I'm gonna go ahead and use it. I assume a 9 misses. I'm gonna use my inspiration. 14 probably doesn't hit either, does it?
14 does not.
All right, my second shot. 16. Damn. Really, just
He's gonna
not
miss
kicking.
as well.
All right. That's all I got. I'm gonna move back here. I'm a little worried about that creepy eye, but I'd rather be at least in some hidden spot. That's it for me.
All right. The next in the order is Millie. With her
Uh,
crossbow.
Yeah, she's going to take 2 shots with her crossbow at the leftmost. 16. And a 11.
Both of those are gonna miss.
All right. That is... I think that's going to be Millie's turn. She might back up a little bit.
Okay. Which brings us to Lokag.
Let me show you how it's done. Reckless attack coming in.
Nat 20, nice.
Come on.
Another crit.
All right. Okay. 24 damage. I'll take that.
You can feel free to describe or pass as you finish off the wormling.
Does he yell
Does it
sneak
cleave?
again?
Does it cleave? Does it cleave with the crit?
It does. He's going to just slice this thing directly. Like its head is kind of arched out a little bit, and he slices it through the head, and his head kind of splits as he drops to the ground.
Nice.
And Lokag comes back around for a spinning attack at the other one. Reckless as well. For a 26 to hit.
That's a hit.
And he lands 10 damage on that, following it up with a bonus action pole strike. Quick uppercut with the hammer for a 17 to hit.
17 is a hit. That is its AC.
And an additional 10 more damage.
Right. Wormling seems very hurt.
And Lokag is going to take... Is he in their attack range? If he takes a step back, is he going to provoke opportunity
You
attack?
don't. No, doesn't seem. They don't seem to have reach.
All right, he's gonna take a step back, so that way if they enter his range, he can. Actually, he's gonna
So you get ordinarily you get 2 attacks, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that second attack you made is actually a cleave attack, right?
Oh no, sorry. Glaives don't get cleave. Glaives have
Okay.
the one where if I miss it, they still take damage.
Oh, right, graze. Okay.
Graze, that's it. It's right there in front of me. So yes, no, sorry, they do not.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to step easily out of the creature's reach.
Excellent. So that's 2 attacks, bonus action. So yeah, if the wormling approaches, gets within 10 feet of me, Lokag will take his opportunity attack.
Okay. Nice. Next in the order is Helena.
Helena would just fire at it, I think, with the bow. So,
Okay. So it is in a dark pocket between the dim light in both chambers. She knows where it is, but she's going to be rolling with disadvantage because she doesn't have dark... Well, you lit a torch.
we lit it up there.
Correct,
Yeah,
so
there
she can
should
see
be a
just fine.
light
Thank you.
there. Yeah, cool.
Awesome.
Firing away. Pew pew. Pew pew. So we got a 28 and a 21.
Both of those are hits.
Yeah. So that's 26. And she's got Hunter's Mark if you need it. That's another 6, so that's 32. Plus another 3, 35 so far. One more shot if it's not dead.
Oh, it definitely is.
Yeah, she just riddles it full of light. Or whatever Nauda's bow does.
Shimmering arrows of silvery blue dust appear as she draws the bowstring back. One after the other, they sort of slam into and pierce in between the dragon's scales, and each one dissipating into that bluish mist, reappearing on her bow the second she draws it back.
Beautiful. I think she'll move forward and get up with Lokag. And see if she sees anything coming. She does have one more attack, but she probably won't use it. That'll be it, I think. And the rats, the swarm, seems like they're fine back there with Growlix.
Yeah, she probably has them rush in to check and see what they spot.
Yeah, they could be like, they can see if they spot anything like that way and then go back.
She just throws little tiny balls of cheeses out where she wants the dragons to go.
Yeah. They poke around, they check out the dragons and avoid poisonous, whatever, excretions. And then, yeah, she can kind of see what's coming a little bit.
The place is quiet. There's only the distant chanting of the masters somewhere, and the soft rasping of stone against stone as stone eyeballs move in sockets along the walls in the chambers nearby.
So we get moving.
Well done, everyone, says Helena.
We should go back to our leader.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Him.
Sure.
Says Elena.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm down with that. Let's all work our way back and
Quietly, everyone, quietly.
yeah.
Yes, quietly.
Everyone go ahead and make stealth checks if you all are trying to move quietly.
29 for Lokag.
26 for X.
25 for Millie.
18
Nice.
for Cliff. Or 18
I'm-
for Helena. 24 for Cliff. Or 28 and 34.
Yeah, I was going to say, these are all still have plus 10 as
Yeah.
X's
Yeah.
shroud of silence is over you all.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna move Lokag up.
All right.
Lokag, I'll hit you for 20 healing.
Oh, snap. You sure you don't want to wait and see if Merlon has healing? And save it?
I'll put 20 healing on you. For right now.
Okay. 45 hit points. I mean, what?
Elena pauses
Scramble
for a
up.
minute to curse and spit at the piles of bloody ooze.
Cliff able to get a gander of anything on the patio there? From the edge of the cliff, it looks like he might be able to see a little deeper in there, but down in the southwest.
No, from of course your vision will
Nothing
only make it so
interesting.
far. You see a ledge of some sort, but I don't
Yeah.
think
No
let's
other
see
action.
here. Let me double check some measurements real quick.
If he's like here. Oh yeah, it looks like it's working. The VTT is figuring it out. It can tell. It figured out 50. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh goodness,
All right.
I have had the map all kinds of messed up for a few minutes on stream. I am sorry, Mythlanders.
Oh, what happened?
I'm not exactly sure,
Oh, well.
but it looks like there might be some sort of depression, maybe some opening in the rock. Without getting closer, it's tough to tell.
I don't know. I might be able to jump that with a little help. So we're going to Merlon.
So yeah, you all can see Cliff moving along the cliffs, looking southward, trying to spy something out in the darkness.
Yeah, I didn't notice nothing.
But yeah, definitely looks like some sort of opening, perhaps a tunnel down there.
Yeah. No.
And from that direction is where you hear the chanting of the masters. Alright, well, go ahead and feel free to move your tokens if you all are slipping along and making your way back to the mechanical chamber where Merlon is.
Shit.
Leader Merlon, we have disrupted 2 more circles. What are you doing?
Merlon is very busy! What took you so long?
Dragons.
Ah, it is good you are not dead!
Lokag wants to push a button, but he doesn't know which one.
Merlin sort of eyes you through the visor of his helm. I am almost finished. Do not rush, Merlin!
I want to push a button so bad. Alright, Lokag's gonna walk away before he falls to temptation.
as you all come into the chamber, the lights in here are much dimmer now. Electricity much more sort of sparking fitfully on the purple crystal. And that large tube of glass is dark.
I'm going to sneak over to here
Mm-hmm.
and try the amulet near this wall and see if it passes me anywhere.
It does not.
Is that a chest? That looks like a treasure chest to me.
There is what looks like a massive, like sort of wardrobe-like chest. There's also various bits of metal, broken cogs, fittings of pipe, and strange things along the floor. Also, there are no
Maybe
corpses.
Helena and I can check out the chest for traps and such.
I mean, do we want anything these goblins have?
You don't know. They steal stuff, right?
It's true.
I mean, I'll give my hand at picking it. We all know you're the expert.
I'll help. I'll point out what you did wrong last time, she says.
All right. Yeah, you're gonna do the help action, and I'll do the roll.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Sleight of hand. Hey, not bad. So it's 21.
Yeah, it seems to be unlocked.
All right. Ah, you're right. I get it now. Check for traps. Like look for any panels on the side and such.
Okay.
Maybe I'll help Helena with that. Maybe.
It's up to you.
I'll let Helena do it. Helena's better at that kind of thing, I think. I don't mind. I'll do it. What the hell?
Yeah, she's got a
I'll
plus
look for
3.
traps. Yeah, I've got a plus 3 as well, so it doesn't matter. Say I get help again. Oh, I get help though, right? So
Yeah.
Okay, because that was a 1 otherwise.
Yeah.
11 on the investigation. If it's gonna blow up, it's gonna blow up on me and not her.
Okay. You take a few minutes and you all kind of go over the chest, and soon the two of you are satisfied that there doesn't seem to be any traps on it. What is, I see Lokag
right.
has moved into the chamber. What is Lokag doing during this time?
Lukag's just kind of looking around, poking at stuff. He's picking up metal objects and putting them down. He might want to listen at the door, see if he hears anything.
Okay. All but one of the metal objects moves, but this seems to be affixed to the floor. It's like a rod that goes down into the floor.
Interesting.
There seems to be a handle with
Round.
another curved bit that sort of comes off of that handle. Looks like some simple mechanism, like you have to squeeze down on the smaller curved rod.
I won't mess with it just yet. I'll let people do their thing.
Okay.
But he'll make note of it.
Is it like one of those arm wrestling machines, like at the arcade where you have to arm wrestle the robot? The way you described it, it sounds like that.
It looks like the locking lever on a portcullis door to Clifford.
Oh. Oh well, that is a portcullis betwixer. That's what they call it. It's a betwixer. I'm assuming that's wrong, but
Lokag, another heavy door, thick key plate in the middle of it. As you sort of push at it, it seems to be locked.
Okay.
What
I'll
about...
leave it alone for the moment.
Okay. What about X? He slipped into the chamber, then slipped away. What is X doing during this time?
Curious to see what's in that chest.
Okay.
yeah.
Curious to see someone else open it. I mean,
Sounds like somebody's... Oh, did we lose Clifford?
Possibly.
Looks like we did.
Have his character open the chest anyways. If he dies, he dies.
Nick's still in Discord. Can you hear us, Nick? Must be having internet issues. The suspense builds as he slowly reaches forward to grasp the handle. And open
Seems the chest was trapped over. Oh, after all, it was trapped with a DDoS.
Mean D&D game, man. If you set off a trap, I hack your shit. Let's see here. Millie moves into the chamber, sort of peruses everything with her eyes, doesn't really touch anything. Gravelix moves. In the chamber to the north, you all can see and hear.
I think my internet went down, so I'm on my phone.
Seems like it. Yeah, okay, we lost you for a second. Welcome back.
Sorry about that.
It's all right. It happens. It happens. So it seems like X is sort of eyeing you, ready for you to, waiting for you to open the chest.
Yeah, Cliff will open it unless someone's got Mage Hand or something. Someone's got to do it, so he'll do it.
Okay. Make a dexterity saving throw at advantage. As power surges through the metal fittings on the chest and explode outward, arcing out along the ground. Sort of,
All right.
Tendrils of electricity questing around, looking for a place to ground out. But it is magic.
All right.
And the shield gives you advantage versus these things.
Oh, that's right. 19.
All right. All right, just another moment.
I could reflect this back at the chest if I wanted to.
It is not a targeted spell, however. It's a pretty large radius.
I hope it's not. I hope everyone else was back enough. I would have wanted to take the brunt of this.
Bubby and Lokag both probably have their whiskers singed by the tangling blue bolts of electricity. And Clifford take half of this damage coming in. So you'll take 15 points of lightning damage before the arcs ground out on you.
All right.
Inside, there is so there's a tray up on the side, sort of set into a lip inside the chest. The bottom of it seems to be a mix of tools in no organization whatsoever. There also seems like other parts in there, cogs, flywheels, rods to go to some sort of machine. But sitting on the tray is a potion that glows bright blue, a rough beaten iron helm that's covered in runes, and what seems to be a very fine lacquered box, blue lacquer. There seems to be there's silver inlay on the panel of it. And the silver sort of curling lines occasionally will show out some obvious rune to your eyes. Clearly all three of these are magical.
Cool. So it's a box, a potion, and what was the third thing?
An iron helm, like helmet.
Iron helm. Oh. Pretty cool.
The last bits of light leave the northern chamber as Marlon finishes powering down all the machinery. Marlon strides into the chamber. Says, Marlon is more powerful than Bratst. Many traps he sought to lay, but I have cleaven through them with my massive intellect. Be impressed with Marlon.
I'm sure you would have done a much better job at this treasure chest than I did.
Yes.
Cliff's laying on the ground, covered in electrical sparks.
He walks up to you and looks down and says, yes, you should have waited.
Yeah, I got greedy. What did we find in there anyway? Recognize any of that? What's in that box?
Open it. Yes, he says after taking a long step back.
I'm not opening any boxes for a while. Cliff's just gonna lay there.
You all look hurt. Who needs healing?
Cliff definitely puts a hand up real slowly, pathetically.
Yes, Cliff, Millie, and myself.
Yes, you three look particularly terrible.
Honest day's work.
Roll that again. He heals Clifford for 10. And heals Locag for 13. He reaches into an armored pouch on the side of his backpack, extracts a vial, and hands it to Millie. It's a potion of greater healing. So, Locag, if you want to roll that healing for Millie. It took much of my power. I cannot heal you with my magic.
I'm going to play this like I think Joe would play it.
Mm-hmm.
Millie thanks him and tucks the potion of greater healing away for later.
His eyes narrow. That is unwise. You should use it. You are hurt. Soon we face the masters.
I mean, I'll take it if you don't want it.
Millie side eyes Cliff and says she'll take it at the appropriate moment.
Very well.
So, Leader Merlin, where do these two doors go? There was one in the lab and there's one in here. If I was a betting man, I'd say there's a secret door behind that bookcase-looking thing on the wall over there.
I do not know. But I suspect they would lead to more magic circles. But perhaps there are more chambers we have not found. We have not found the chambers of Grabjack, the warlock of the One-Eyed. His chambers will be very dangerous.
That's good to know. Hey, there's this like lever thing on the floor over here. Locag says, does anybody care if I try it?
Go for it.
Merlin, you want to take a look?
Yes. Some sort of lever goes down into the ground. You can make an investigation check for him if you like. He's got a +4.
I think it's a 16.
Does not seem to be trapped. It is very heavy. I do not think I have the strength to move it.
Oh, this is where I shine, baby.
Yes, he says, backing up. Shine.
Lokag attempt to, let's see, he was using, with you, I'd like to say he was using his bonus action to keep his rage going this whole time, unless it's been longer than 10 minutes.
No, that's
then
fine.
His rage is over. Okay. All right. 27.
Okay. At first, it moves very slowly, but it seems to pick up momentum. The ground rumbles beneath you all's feet, and you can hear the clanking of massive, heavy, and hidden gears within the floor and walls. East of you, this massive, when you look at it, is a massive cog, something that would fit in an even more massive machine. It slowly rolls to the north. Gravelix steps back out of the way. There's a large, rod with a hinge point in it that comes up from the bottom, pushing this thing so where it kind of turns out of the way. There's a corridor open beyond. You can now hear the muted chanting of the masters, and you can see some sort of green, noxious mist at the end of the corridor.
Sweet. New corridor.
You hear weapons clatter against armored forms. Something stands in there. Just out of sight around one of the corners.
Guy wants to move up to the corner.
I'll move within 30 feet so he can be sneaky.
Nice.
Sweet. Okay. Yeah, Lokag will attempt to be sneaky going down the corridor, but I had a feeling they might be getting watched.
You still have Longstrider on, too, Lokag.
Yep. Oh, yeah. 23 on that stealth.
Nice.
All right, Lokag's going to move in. Kind of sliding along the walls. Doot, 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 doot.
All right, so you get to about there, and you're ready for it, so it's not going to be with advantage or anything like that. A token, things are just not opening. One of them throws a javelin at you.
Ah!
For a 16 to hit.
That does not hit.
Nice. You can sense the other one shifting, waiting till it sees you before it throws. And you see the lipless goblins, the pointed teeth, that feral, almost maddened, definitely maddened look in their eyes. They look full of battle rage, but a different sort than yours. And let's see here, just a moment. And I think this might be where we pause for the session, that we're a little bit early. The next combat is... this next encounter will be pretty involved as you all start moving forward. You can hear the chanting of the masters getting closer, and you know you have reached your goal. Or in the south of this corridor that you opened up, that is where the chanting is coming from. A door wreathed in green smoke, guarded by two of the cursed goblin kind.
Very scary. I love it.
So we covered a lot of ground today, gang.
Yeah.
A few items you got out of this chest. If you all have it, once you have a chance to check in on them, could be pretty useful. Killed a lot of enemies in that one cavern in that corridor you brought everyone into, and that was some quick thinking on y'all's tactics to sort of, I think, X and Clifford both kind of playing a strong role there. X sort of drawing everyone, trying to get them back south into that corridor or into one of those smaller chambers, and then Clifford dropping that wall just before all of the dragons brought their actions to bear, getting everyone set up with those ready actions. That was pretty smoothly handled. That encounter was pretty stacked. It was a pretty tough situation there. So heck yeah, well done. Now you were at the door of the masters. But what are you all's thoughts on the session and how to approach the next situation that you're currently in? Big Bri, what are your thoughts?
I don't think I've approached any situation in a different manner than what I normally do, which is go forward and slash and stab and behead.
Fair.
So that is how I will approach this one.
Yeah. Nice. Well, Locator, how about you? What do you think?
I think we're going to have to be a little bit tactical as we go forward. We're okay right now, but we are. There's a lot of resources expended. You know.
Yeah.
It's kind of subtle, but people have used up a bunch of spells and abilities, and if we get into a big combat here, after a few rounds, we could find ourselves pretty tapped out. So I feel like, trying to draw them back in sort of a counterattack kind of scenario would be better than just charging forward. Again, I don't want to find ourselves in the middle of everything with no healing and no way out.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely understandable. Nick, how about you? What are you thinking?
Crazy. I mean, just a lot of. Again, I'm keeping that reputation of taking lots of damage and lots of attacks. Half of them miss, so it's not terrible. But I mean, Cliff's a little messed up right now. I mean, he's down, I guess, 15 hit points. But hopefully, I'm thinking he's gonna maybe start working the potions. He's still got that greater invisibility. And I'm thinking of hitting that before a big fight. So
yeah, that could be pretty dang useful.
Yeah. So we'll see how we do.
Yeah, heck yeah. Well, as always, I'm impressed with you all's sort of tactical thinking abilities and y'all's quick planning, and yeah, it's like a good amount of like just kind of combat and scrabbling through. Still, lots of characterization showing up in how you all interact and even the choices that you all make. So. And that feels like a good and successful session. And yeah, next session.
I did like the description of the crossbow push, just sliding the slime across the ceiling. I thought that was a pretty fantastic story adaptation of the mechanics of it. So I got to give you props on that. Damn, that was quick thinking. He slides along the ceiling.
Thanks,
that
man.
was cool.
Heck yeah, man. That's in part that's the Dungeon Master's job, is to create a visual or a good description out of all the the actions and things, and try to interpret the mechanics and stuff like that. So thanks, I appreciate that. Heck yeah. Well, next session, we'll come right back into it in this moment as always, and hopefully we will have Pon and Jay Finke back with us. They unfortunately just weren't feeling good this evening, and life trumps D&D, even when you really love it. So thanks for an awesome session, gang. Midlanders out there, thanks for being here with us session after session and cheering the party on and giving them good and terrible ideas, and keeping us sort of keeping our morale, keeping the party's morale up when things look kind of dim or combat's getting kind of hairy. But everyone, take good care of yourselves. Get some rest, drink some water, and get out there and play your story. We'll see y'all next week. Say goodnight, Midlanders.
Good
Adios.
night. Adios.
Right.